Thank you very much. You're here to learn more about our culture. You want to hear us sing, dance for you guys, do a lot of activities. As a token of my appreciation, I'm willing to share with you everything I know about our culture. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We just entered the Wilson Tunnel. It's only half a mile long. Pretty cool. This tunnel separates the dry side and the wet side, which we're about to enter of the island. So cross our fingers it's not raining as we exit this tunnel, because in many occasions that's the case. As we exit the tunnel though, I want you to check out your cameras. There's a beautiful scenic view you're going to see on the right side of our bus. So you may want to take some pictures. So we've got a beautiful town that you're going to see on the right side. It's called Kaneohe. Everyone say it. Some of you heard that name before. Everybody see that beautiful view blocked by the trees? So here's the town of Kaneohe. Isn't that beautiful, cousins?
Yes.
Can I hear you say well? Can I hear well?
Wow.
That's how you always react to when you see nice things?
Yes.
Let's make a deal. If I show you something nice, everybody say wow. Look at that beautiful tree right there.
Wow.
You just saw this beautiful town. There's a bay down there. It's one of our military bases, Kaneohe Marine Base. There was a small island that I spotted in the middle of the bay. It's called Coconut Island. There was a famous sitcom back in the 60s called Gilligan's Island. That was filmed. So cousins, what is wrong with us having interstate highways here in Hawaii?
You have plenty of flies.
How many states are you going?
You guys know we're an island, right? We're in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by water, yet we have interstate highways. Well, I'll explain why, but take a look at that mountain one more time, Ko'olau. That mountain, notice the formation, everybody see all those beautiful crevices. We're on the wet side of the island. Every time it rains hard on this side, all those crevices you're looking at turns into a beautiful waterfall. So it's a beautiful sight to see. We want sunshine today, right? So that mountain is it's actually very long. It's so long it almost completely covers this entire island, and it ties into why we have interstate highways. Any wild guesses why we have H3 here in Hawaii? These interstate highways? Yes, cousin.
For the military.
Federal funding. That's actually a very common, myth to a lot of people. A lot of people think just by calling it an interstate, the federal government funds for the building and the maintenance. But it's actually not the reason why. But that's a good one. Since we're stopping here, I want to show you this tree. Everybody look to the left side. I'm pointing to these trees on the side of the road. Everybody see it?
Yep.
Notice how the roots, they stick out like sticks.
Yes.
We nickname sometimes the walking tree. But you look at the leaves. So that's what we call the pandanus tree, or the lauhala. So Polynesians, we take those leaves, we braid them, and then that's what we use to thatch the roof of our huts. Yeah, well, I want to tell you this because when we get to the culture center, we're going to go into actual villages. And you're going to look at traditional huts that we lived in those days. And the material you see in the rooftop of these huts comes from that tree on that location. Because they believe it's a sacred heiau, a sacred burial ground. Now, for your information, H3 right there, it's only 15 miles long. It's a 15-mile long highway, but it took Uncle Sam 37 years to build. So that's a long time for a 15-mile long highway, and it's one of the most expensive highways ever built in the nation. Per mile, it cost Uncle Sam $100 million per mile. Isn't that expensive? Yeah, Uncle Sam paid it. That's why I call you guys cousins. We have the same uncle. Someone, why so much? That's a good question. The locals here don't really like it if we call it Chinaman's hat because it's a nickname. They didn't give it that name. There is a Hawaiian name. We call it Mokuali'i. Everyone say it.
Mokuali'i.
Mokuali'i. It's a long and romantic story. So we're gonna skip it.
The bikinis.
There is
The waves.
Wait.
more waves. That's right. And someone said it in the middle. There's no people. You folks see crowds here like Waikiki. There's no one. I hate to break you guys the bad news, but the beach in Waikiki that some of you have been swimming at is fake. It's not real. It's man-made. So tons of sand was actually shipped in from neighboring islands. They went to California and all the way to Australia to get sand. Is now covering Waikiki Beach. That's why the sand color is very different. This is all natural here. So if you want to go to a real beach, all natural with no crowds, why not come to the North Shore? And just drive here about 40 minutes from here. We've got the famous pipeline, Sunset Beach, Waimea. It's where all the big waves are at. So, some of you are wondering why there's no crowds here. We'll talk a little bit more about that. You go swimming here, you have a 75 to 80% chance of sighting some of our turtles in Hawaii, Hawaiian green sea turtles. It's pretty cool. A lot of people, if you do see a turtle, if you go swimming, don't touch them, don't approach them because they're protected. There's a big fine. If you're caught, you pay $10,000 to the state. Some of you have seen this movie called Blue Crush. There's an elementary school we'll pass to the left side of our bus, featured in that movie where the young girls went to school. Now, for the sake of us, you're wondering, look at that beautiful beach and there's no one. Why no crowds here? Oh, cousins, just take a look around the area, scan these houses, these homes, especially the ones you see on the right side. In your honest opinion, do these homes look expensive to you guys?
No.
As less appealing as they look, I'm sure you guys know it's very expensive.
Yep.
The cost of these homes on this side of the island average $500 and above. In fact, some of the humble homes that we've passed will cost you $1 million to purchase it. So, not so much the houses, it's the property, oceanfront property. So the difference is it's not crowded. So you can bring your kayaks, your jet skis, and come and enjoy the beaches here. I'm going to count to 3. I want you to look at, on the right side, you'll see these rock formations. 1, 2, 3. Everybody see those rocks back there? This is actually a fish pond. If you've heard of that before. Back in the days, Hawaiians, when they were in tribes, they would have these fish ponds which they used to cultivate fish to feed the whole tribe. And that's actually an ancient one. So what they do is they stack these stones in the water. When it's high tide, the water brings in all the fish. Low tide, the water goes out and the fish is trapped. The only problem with this fish ponds is open, right? Neighboring tribes can come and just steal fish. So this is Kahana. We've got a legend on this side of the island. It's called the legend of the sleeping boy. I guess one day the chief found out the other tribe has been stealing his fish. So he told his son, a little boy, to go and watch over the fish pond. So one day the chief went to check on his son, but he caught him sleeping instead. Very angry, the chief cursed his own son, and according to legend, his son turned into a mountain. See, we believe they were giants back in those days. And to this day, you can still see his son. So right now I'm going to show you this legend. You gotta believe it to see it. So everybody look on the right side of our bus. You're gonna skip across the water over to the other side. You see there's 2 coconut trees right at the edge of the mountain on the other side. Everybody see it?
Yeah.
Then you slowly make your way up. The first hump you see, those are the toes. Slowly go to the middle. There's 2 trees. That's the chest. And then you see the resemblance of a head and an open mouth. Everyone see it?
Yes.
So that's the sleeping boy. You know, the story might not be that important, but the moral is very simple. Don't sleep on the job. So, cousins, you've decided to visit today because you want to learn more about the Polynesian.